Hey Primary 3 Math Project, this is Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into the final question of your assessment paper number 7. Now this question is actually pretty cool. It's pretty interesting, and I'll show you why. So let's take a look at the question right now. The question says this: a corridor, know what's a corridor, right? Which means the common area, yeah, the one that you are, let's say in a HDB block, okay, there's a corridor where it's just an empty space. Okay, for some people it's at near the lift. Okay, so a corridor is 360 meters long. Okay, how far is 360 meters? It's about the length of your football field. So the perimeter of your football field, the outside of your football field. Okay, now a flower pot is placed at every interval of 10 meters. What's interval? That means space. Every 10 meters, there is a space of 10 meters, then you see one flower pot. Then you'll see 10 meters of space, then you'll see a flower pot. You see another 10 meters of space, you will see another flower pot. So the question is, how many flower pots are there if both ends of the corridor has flower pots? Both ends mean at the start there's a flower pot, at the other side also, we also have a flower pot. So let's imagine this, okay? I'm going to draw for you. This is one of the questions that I love to do because it's so cool. I'll show you why. Okay, now, so it says that both ends of the corridor has a flower pot. So there's a flower pot here. I'm going to draw for you a flower pot. Okay, a flower pot. Okay, and the other end here also has a flower pot. Okay, I don't know why you choose purple for the flower, but whatever. Okay, so now this is a flower pot over here, and this is a flower pot over here. Now the question is asking you, how many flower pots are there if it's an interval of 10 meters? So like I said, interval stands for spacing or space. Okay, so space. So they said interval space is how many meters? 10 meters. So that means there is a 10-meter gap in the middle. There's a gap, yes, another word would be gap. So here is 10 meters, and then you will see another flower. And of course, there will be another 10 meters, and then you will see another flower. So another 10 meters, and then you will see another flower. Another 10 meters, and then you will see another flower. So you get the idea here, right? It's very simple. It's a very simple idea. 10 meters, then you'll see another flower. So 10 meters, and then you will see another flower. So over here, so tada. Okay, so I'm going to draw for you the flowers in between. So for example, then you see another flower over here. Okay, you see another flower over here. Okay, I'm trying to draw as fast as possible so that not to waste your time. Okay, so I'll see another flower over here. Then I'll see another flower over here. So now, here's the interesting thing. There are only how many meters? Let's take a look at this. Let's look at this photo. Okay, there are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 meters. There are 50 meters, but how many flowers are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 50 meters equals to 6. 6 flowers. Flower pots, sorry. 6 flower pots. Now, won't you think that 5 of these gaps would give you 5 flower pots? No, but in this case there are 6. So that's the interesting part about this question. Now for this is only 50 meters, okay? But the question they asked you was 360 meters. So what must I do? Okay, 50 meters is actually equals to 50 meters. How many gaps are there in the between? Divided by 10 meters. Then you will see you have 5 gaps or 5 spaces or 5 intervals. And 5 intervals give me how many pots? It gives me 6 spots, which means that it's always a plus 1. Now, how many intervals are there in our question? Our question says 360 meters. Okay, 360 we have to divide by how many again? What's the interval space? 10 meters. Good job. And then you will get 36 intervals. So how many flower pots should we have? We should have 36 plus 1. Therefore, the answer is 36 plus 1, which gives me 37 pots. Alright? So that's how you do this question. And I trust me, a lot of people will get this question wrong. But you know how to do it now, and that becomes very simple. Alright? So that is it. There are 37 flower pots in the corridor. Bam. So we have done that question, and now all you have to do is understand one thing, which is you have to trust yourself. Yeah, if you understand this question, if you don't understand this question, you have to start reading again, listen to it again, and try to do it again, and try to see as best as possible what this question is asking for and how you can get the answer. And once you've done that over and over again, and you've practiced so many times, trust me, you will build that ability. Okay, if you all watched Pokemon, you will notice that once they learn something, they don't actually forget it, right? They grow through the levels, and then they learn something, and then that becomes part of their abilities. They can attack this way, they can attack that way, same thing. So trust yourself. Once you have done the work that you need to do, you will have that ability. So just trust yourself, because you know more than you think you do. You have grown through this. You have lived through this, all right? And with that, this is Coach Saiful signing off, saying you are a math prodigy. Good job.